Dum bum bum. Captain J.
Okay, I'm back.
Do, do, dum. All right, we're live. Hey, Spike. Giz 12062. Bum bum. I see people. Yes, thank you, Captain J. And your bus just left. Oh. Okay, Captain J, I no longer have to take the 151 bus. The Giz Wiz said, I vet the company jet. You get it or you vet it? Hey, Gem Doctor. So, Gem Doctor, are you a jeweler? My audio is crunchy?
A little bit. Sorry.
Let me just unplug and plug in again. It's better?
Talk a little bit more.
To Dickie Bartolo, Man's Maddest Writer in the Giz Wiz.
Much better, yeah.
AR, did I get your email? I don't think I did. Hang on. Dum bum bum. Do you send it to GizWiz biz at AOL? Dun dun. Let's see. This is good. All new emails. 8160.
That's how I do my email.
Did it come under AR Red? I'll search for that. Doo-doo. Bum, bum. Audio crackling.
Still? I think it's done.
Or is it your audio? PC guy. Hi, Nancy. Oh, Adam, I did get it. You mean with the correct address? Yes. I will get that sent back out to you.
This might not.
Ben said, OMG, Chad's getting shorter. He's having a LED. He's having a falling off the shelf LED crisis.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to actually screw it in time. I just dropped a screw somewhere.
Oh, that's the worst. And those are tiny little guys.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's lost forever. Okay.
Yeah, when I drop something on the floor, it's gone. Gone, gone. Hey, Scooter X. Oh. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh. Yes. The rain hasn't hit here yet, but it's due. Oh, I've had that happen, Matron. That is so terrifying. When you go to start your computer and it says, no boot disk has been detected.
I hate that.
Yeah. I go, really? You're in there. You look around. It was in there yesterday.
I left it right where it was before.
Captain J says Waffle will find the screw. Charlie would find the screw.
Oh,
Charlie. Oh, he did.
I did.
Charlie, you can drop something obscure and can't find it for 5 weeks, and especially if it's sharp, Charlie will find it.
Right,
like
exactly.
Charlie, what are you eating? Oh, a push pin.
Yeah.
Charlie, give me that. What are you eating? Oh, a straight pin. Oh, a piece of glass. We have our 39th this December. 39th anniversary, Becky? Oh, Captain J. It was freezing in Florida last night, down in the 50s. Yeah, Dennis and I were down there one year. We used to go to the boat show every year because I wrote a monthly boating column. And so we always went to the Miami Boat Show. And one year it was going down to like 45. And on the news, they announced that the warming shelters would be open. The warming shelters would be open because it's going to be 45.
Okay. I just shoved it in there, and hopefully it'll stay for this show, and then I'll fix it after.
Oh, okay.
After this show.
So I have 3 gadgets from the Luxury Technology Show.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Okay. And we have a viewer video and your final crappy Halloween gadget.
Perfect. And let me actually get that video. Oh, I forgot to download that.
46, but you lived in sin. Oh, thank you for the birthday card, Becky. Dum bum bum. Let me just. Okay. Bum 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 bum. All right.
Okay, once I get this video, we'll be all good to go. Oh,
no problem. I'm just shutting this phone, shutting that phone. Okay. 39, Bleak. I've stopped lying that I was 38. Dum bum.
We'll be the same age soon.
That's right. PC guy, where are you that you're getting snow? Sin is fun. Says Dan Wally. 39 is your IQ. Mine is somewhere around there.
All this work.
Okay.
Cool.
Now, I gave you a different start point for the YouTube video because...
Oops. Let me look.
Yeah, so take the one that's on my website. He started it with a commercial, which I asked him if we could run it with.
Which one is that?
The Gadget Warehouse.
Okay.
So it should start with him sitting there saying, "Hi, Dick and Chad." Okay. So the link there starts 25 seconds in. But the link I sent you is the one that starts 25 seconds in.
Right.
I do believe.
Get that. Oh, I see. Okay, I do see that. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to play that just right off YouTube.
Okay.
That'll be fine.
Well, Colorado had snow. Mount Washington and New Hampshire had snow. Wow.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
All right.
I have a string. There we go. Cut that off. And make sure we're recording. It's all good. In 3, 2. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, we have 3 gadgets from the Luxury Gadget Show. Should be very nice and luxurious. My final Halloween crappy corner and a video from you. All next on the Giz Wiz.
It's the same old show with Dickie D and OMG Chad on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now. Now
it is time for the Giz Wiz, and here he is, the maven of gadgets, Dick D. Bartolo. How you doing, Dickie D?
I'm doing fine, sir. And you?
Doing great myself. It's been nice to be back. This is going to be like the first week where once the weekend starts, I'm not driving off to do something crazy.
Yeah,
like
you've been
3 weeks.
I know, putting in the miles and visiting presidents. And stealing stuff, talking loud in presidential libraries, and doing all that.
Yeah, interrupting people, reading books in libraries. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What is that weird bottle on your table?
Oh,
is that the new shape of StarStream?
No,
of SodaStream.
Yeah, it is actually. Then yes, this is SodaStream. I got a SodaStream about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And
because the bottles are different than my old SodaStream.
Yeah, they're a little. I don't remember the old one, but these ones are what they look like now.
Are these dishwasher safe yet?
Do not wash bottle in dishwasher or hot water.
Okay.
No.
Or hot water.
No, they're not. Okay. I didn't know that about hot water. Well, whoops.
Oh, wow. When mold appears, please buy new bottle.
I've been putting warm water in it because I didn't trust the washer would actually. So I haven't been using it in the dishwasher, which is good. I didn't trust the washer would get in there, so I've just been filling it with hot soapy water and then just shaking it a lot for like 5 minutes and then pouring it out.
That's good.
I didn't think so. I got a Keurig about a year ago. And it's nice. I use it every once in a while. You know, maybe on a weekend when I want tea. I don't drink a ton of coffee, so I'm not using it all the time. And I've been considering the SodaStream, and the money doesn't quite work out to where it's not much cheaper unless if you drink a lot of soda. Like, if you're not... Because the bottles of flavor end up to be about, like, 50 cents per liter or something like that.
Yes.
And I can normally find a 2 liter of Coke for $1.50, or sometimes if you get a good one on sale for $1 for the 2 liter of Coke. So it doesn't, and that's 2 liters, this is 1 liter, so it works out to around 50 cents, maybe 75 if it's not on sale. So that didn't quite work out. But what I have been loving about the SodaStream is, one, I've been carrying it around like a normal bottle, which I don't think you're supposed to do. I don't think you're supposed to just carry it around and drink out of the SodaStream bottle. But I've been doing that. I don't care. And then also, they're LaCroix look-alike, or they're LaCroix taste-alike, whatever. LaCroix is just seltzer with a tiny amount of flavor in it, and I have been loving that. And you can buy little glass bottles with flavor, and you just put half a teaspoon in each liter, and it makes you realize that it's really just water. I mean, it's a liter of water. You put a few bubbles in it, and then like the smallest amount of flavoring in it, and then I'll drink like 3 liters of water that day because I'm just drinking basically water that's been carbonated. So I really have been enjoying it and carrying it around wherever I go. It's also made me want to like filter my water and getting into all that stuff. I installed an under-sink water filter.
Whoa!
Yeah, that was really neat. You know, a lot of sinks have like an extra little hole for like.
Yes.
Sometimes you put a sprayer in there. Sometimes you put a soap pump in there. And so I put a water filter in there. So I just hold it up there and it's filtered water that comes out. But yeah, I've been.
Yeah, no, Dennis and I both bought SodaStreams because 2 liters of soda here is like $2.50.
Oh yeah.
And 1 liter bottle of seltzer is $1.29. So for us, it paid off rather quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me
and again, no lugging bottles back. So that's awesome.
The thing is, that's what I really wanted to get rid of is. I had switched to buying 2 liters of soda because I thought the cans were too much to recycle. You know, luckily my area has recycling, so it all got recycled anyway, but it was kind of a pain in the butt. You had to put it into a separate bin, you had to make sure to carry it out to the curb, and then I could also just see how many bottles I was going through, and that's the energy to put it back into recycling. So that's what I was really hoping to cut down on, and that's been eliminated because I'm just using my own water from the tap, reusing this bottle over and over and over again, and the little flavor bottles last a lot of liters, so that's been actually really, really nice. So I didn't know if I would like it. I was afraid it would be a little bit like the Keurig, in that it sits there, it's nice to have occasionally, but I'm not using it every day. But so far, the SodaStream has been something I've gone back to 3 times a day. And so I think that it's been a pretty good purchase. They run around $100 for the whole unit. So it's not a small thing to jump into. But I've been enjoying it a lot. As someone who likes seltzer also, if you want flavor all the time, if it needs to be soda all the time or a flavor of soda, I don't know if most people economically it would work out. For someone who just enjoys cold seltzer water, it's perfect. It's so great.
It is.
Yep. Let me think. Anything else that we need to update people on?
No. We're doing this Thursday and next Thursday. Yeah. I can't believe it. We're like normal people.
What is this? October, the reign of October. October's always the worst month for me. I always tell my family or anyone, don't book anything in October. It's the worst month. I'm always doing something in October. So it's finally coming to an end with Halloween just next week. So
yes.
That'll be fun.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, I went to the luxury technology show. And that's fun because everything there is wildly expensive. Some of it is really ingenious, but it's always fun stuff. And I have 3 gadgets, and we're going to start with a new car from Canada called the Solo. And this is info on that. Hey, Dick DiBartolo, Mads Maddest Writer, and the Giz Wiz. One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv. We're here with Sam, very noisy here, and we have a car called the Solo. And oh, wait a minute. I think I already know why it's the Solo, but Sam's going to tell us what it does, what it costs, and all that good stuff.
Oh, thanks, Dick. First of all, thank you all for attending and watching. The Solo is made by Electromechanica. We're a Vancouver-based company that's been building cars in BC for more than 30 years. The Solo is our very first flagship electric vehicle. All battery-driven, zero emission, and it's made in Canada. We're making our New York debut here. We're very excited to be part of the Wall Street Journal Luxury Tech Conference. And the best part is, it's available for $15,500 USD, and that's before EV rebates.
You know what? Do you know what? Are there any regulations? What? This isn't a car. This isn't a car. What's it classified as?
Well, the classification matters state by state. In Canada, though, it is classified as a full vehicle. And we're going to be bringing it to the US once we've completed our federal certification. And then from there, we're going to be delivering vehicles internationally. They are being ordered all across the world. And already there's over 20,000 orders for the Solo and 25,000 orders for our Tofino, which is our follow-up vehicle of a luxury model.
Okay, now the object here, I assume, since it's for one person, is that you already have a car for the family and you want to do quick trips and errands and go shopping, that this would be the most economical way to do it. Is that about right?
Dick, you have it exactly right.
Can I work at the company? No.
Oh, well, what can you do? I mean, we could use a hype man. If you love the car, then you should really get involved because we're a small group, but we've just started listing on the OTC QB market. We're bringing the car internationally, and you're right. It's a car that is for people who, if they need a multi-seater, they probably already own one. But there's a much smarter, more efficient way to do the things you're doing with your car every day. Getting groceries, going to the gym.
Oh, speaking of groceries, what kind of storage space do we have? Like magic, it opened.
That's pretty cool. You said the magic word, storage space. Like most electric cars out there, we have a traditional back trunk big enough for a carrying case for your dog, Costco groceries, everything else you might need. And if you follow me to the front, I can show you the front as well. Okay, so being an electric vehicle, the engine is where? Well, it's actually motor-driven, all electric, and it's from the rear drivetrain. It's on the third wheel in the back, which is why you have so much room to play with in the front trunk space here. When you don't have to worry about transmission, fluids, all the traditional internal combustion components, you have a lot more room to play with.
That is great. Also, what I really love is that it's a brand new car, just being introduced, and yet the trunk is a mess. It makes me feel so much at home.
That proves it's real, not just a concept or a design rendering.
It'll be in the marketplace when is your guess?
The first cars are delivering in the BC area right now, and we expect to start U.S. deliveries in the near future.
In the near future. Okay, I like this. Dick Bartolo, Man's Maddest Writer, and the Giz Wiz. One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv, the luxury technology show. Bye.
That's pretty cool. We've seen a few of these like single rider cars before, and I gotta say I'm always intrigued when I see one, because there's so many little things that I feel like these type of cars would be perfect for. Like, I feel like they'd be perfect for just getting around from like one place to another without getting the whole car involved. I want to see, and this is totally a pipe dream, and this is totally probably not what they're intending, but I want to see easily rentable cars where if I just want to go from point A to point B, and I'm maybe in a city that I don't know, quickly rent a car that is super inexpensive and get from one place to another, kind of like a bike share.
You know what? I think there is one of those that operates in the city. It's by the hour, and I think you can pick it up at like any one of 25 garages.
Yeah,
and
there's
leave
a thing called Zipcar that's
that's
similar.
what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but still like Zipcar is, I don't know. I guess that's as close as it gets to it. It'd be cool if they were all like the same car and they.
You mean
tiny.
like a city bike kind of? Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, after having paid $25,000 for an outboard motor, it almost seems like, wow, you get a whole car for $15,000.
I know, right? Yeah.
But it seemed also like a good idea. So the range is 100 miles. So
not bad.
Probably perfect to get to and from work.
Right.
You can charge it on 110 and 220. It recharges in 3 hours if you're plugged into 220, and 6 hours if you plug into 110. And one of the reports said it goes 0 to 60 in 8 seconds, which sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
That's not bad.
That's
right?
actually something that a lot of electric cars have in common, is because there isn't a big motor that needs to rev up in speed. An electric car is like a light bulb. It's like, it's on.
Yes.
It just goes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Anyway, and it's not bad looking. Just go to their website for a minute. I put a link there because when you see it on the street, it does look like a car coming toward you, but then it looks a little weird. I think that car goes into motion. It does look a little strange when it passes by. It kind of looks like, hey, I think you forgot the rest of your car.
It does. The way that last wheel is kind of hidden. You can see the first portion, and you go, where'd the rest of it go? Absolutely. Is it 3 wheels?
It is 3 wheels.
Oh,
that's why I asked him if it has a LCD LED dashboard. That's why I asked him, is it a car? Because I'm not sure. I think in some places a 3-wheel vehicle is sometimes registered as a motorcycle. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I'll be honest. Here's my honest impression. It's a great idea. It's inexpensive, but $15,000 still isn't cheap enough for me to be like, okay, I'll get another car. I'll just have another one around. Right. It's still a pretty big investment. I could get a golf cart for probably a few hundred.
Oh, that's interesting.
That'd be electric.
But you can't take a golf cart. I don't know if you could even drive a golf cart on city streets.
Yeah, I think maybe I see them around my neighborhood streets, but that's probably a little different than actually like hitting downtown with a golf cart or anything like that. Yeah,
Dennis was pointing out we're seeing more smart cars lately.
Yes,
the smart car, that little I don't know what
it's a 2-seater, and it is.
Yeah,
I believe I don't. They may have an electric version, but the one that is in my head is a gas powered, and it gets a ton of gas range. It gets like, once again, this is all off the top of my head, so take it with a grain of salt. I think it's something like 45 miles to the gallon, something like that.
Probably because you can pick it up and put it on the sidewalk if you.
Exactly. You can park diagonally in a parallel parking spot.
Yes, you could. Just about. You could put 3 of them in where a limo would go. You could park 3 smart cars. So anyway, so it's something interesting.
Yeah, Bleak in the chat room is saying, based on smart car sales data, this thing isn't going to sell well because it doesn't look like smart cars did so great in the market. Although I have been seeing them around more often. It hasn't become, in the beginning it was like, whoa, a smart car. And now I tend to see them enough that it's lost its appeal as something brand new and different. They're going to have, I think, a hard time making the sale. Although all the features are there, it's just such a small demographic of people that are going to want to spend that amount of money, that are going to want an electric car, that are going to want a single-seater, you know.
I know, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the best
anyway,
to them, though.
Yeah, exactly. And they've been building cars for 30 years, so it's not like they sunk everything in the world into this.
This won't sink the company. Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. Okay, so now if you don't want to spend $15,000 on that, I have something you might want to spend $10,000 on. All right, so let's look at this. Is pretty neat. I would love to have this if I had a house.
I guess I should also remember this is the luxury show. So
the luxury technology. Yes, exactly.
Who's going to buy this single seater? The luxury market.
Right. The luxury market.
Okay, here's with that next video.
Hey, Dick DeBartolo, man's maddest writer, and the Giz Wiz. One Take Theater here at GizWiz.tv. We're at the Luxury Technology Show. Do you know what heaven is? Well, I don't either, but I know what almost heaven is, and almost heaven is the authentic sauna experience. And Rick is going to tell us about this kind of amazing sauna that we're looking at.
Thank you. Well, this is just one of many different designs we make. We make both indoor and outdoor. This one is a barrel sauna. It's designed
a barrel sauna?
Okay. It's designed for outdoor use. The rain sheds off it very nicely. It can handle any sort of snow load. The thick, soft lumber makes it very energy efficient. In fact, when this sauna is 190 degrees inside, put your hand on the outside and you can barely feel the warmth. It's very well insulated. Saunas are a very healthy product. They're very good for cardiovascular, for circulation, for arthritis, sore joints, muscles, respiratory, skin tone.
So, Rick, what are we using as a heat source?
These are electric heaters, although certain models you can have wood-burning heaters as well. And the heater is powered by 220 volts. It allows the sauna to get up to 190 degrees if that's how hot you want it. You pour water on the rocks, creating steam. That makes it a wet sauna. So it's just a delightful experience.
Right. And the retail price of this guy?
This particular one is $9,500. This one has digital controls, a lot of different features, custom door, roof kit, a lot of different parts to it that make it.
And it comes as a kit, you put it together?
Yeah, it's partially assembled at the factory, so all the components are pre-made. You build it on site. 2 people can build this sauna in half a day or less.
And everything's included?
Absolutely, the heater and everything.
Well, what's the lowest price, almost heaven sauna you make?
We have saunas that start as low as $2,500 all the way up to $25,000.
Wow. Sounds great. Dick DeBartolo, man's maddest writer, in the Giz Wiz. One Take Theater here at GizWiz.tv.
That's luxurious. I mean,
that is.
You have a sauna at home, like, ooh, that's quite nice.
And that one is a 6-person sauna with a little front porch, and it's pretty neat.
You'd have to find excuses to get people to come over and, hey, try out my sauna, please.
Yes, yes. And I was on Amazon. It looks like that one is discounted down to about $6,000, but they're pretty neat. I think that's super.
Yeah.
Walking out to the pool and you go, oh my gosh! When you come out of the pool, go right into the sauna.
Yeah.
Oh, and then look at that! If you live in an apartment, there's a closet-sized sauna.
Oh, of course there is. Wow. Almost Heaven saunas. Now this is, I'll be honest, this is something that I saw a lot at the Texas State Fair, is these indoor saunas that you could just kind of plop down anywhere. But these look very, very nice. It's very cool.
What did you get a price on any of them?
No, I walked right by and just was like, oh, cool. I'm not gonna have it. I didn't actually do any. Oh, wow, this is quite nice. Wow.
Yeah, it almost looks like you could put stuff in it, and then when you want to have a sauna, just throw everything out on the floor.
That's a sign that you may be a hoarder. If your first thought is we could store stuff in that and then take it out in order.
Guilty.
Exactly. That's me too. Guilty. Oh my gosh. When I got my house, I went, this garage is huge. I'll never fill it. Now it's totally filled, and not enough space to put anything else in there. Can't fit my car in there. So yeah,
no. And I was talking to someone who's worse than me about that, and I said, but this is back when I had one of those tiny little washer dryer things, you know, on a rack, apartment size. And I said, I don't know where I can put stuff anymore. And he said, well, are you storing anything in the washer and in the dryer? And I'm thinking,
you know, they have empty spaces inside of them when you're not using them.
Yeah, I'm thinking, no, I don't think that's the most logical place to put stuff.
That is very funny. It's also funny because it's so true. Because I've been there, like, oh man, I had an LA apartment and it did not have enough square footage. So I absolutely know that feeling. My kitchen became my storage room.
Yeah, it's the same in Disneyland. The kitchen is just floor-to-ceiling shelving.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it's fun. Yeah, but if you have money to throw around, that is pretty neat.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and the final guy is the most unbelievable gadget that you didn't know this existed, and when you see it you might go, well, that is pretty neat, but do I need this much technology in an umbrella? Okay. So let's watch.
Okay.
Steve Bartolo, Man's Maddest Writer, and the Giz Wiz. One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv.
Oh
this is really great because we always do a CES look ahead. Well, this is a gadget that's coming to CES 2018, and we have Armin here who just happened to invent it. Is that right?
Yes, we're a robotics startup based in California. And our mission is to improve human life outdoors. And what you're looking at is the world's first autonomous robotic shading system that follows the sun. Whoa. It collects solar energy, transfers that to power, and then basically closes, opens by itself. But it's much more. It's an AI module living outside your home. It has an app that controls the device. So at the core, you're looking at an artificial intelligence robot that's going to live outside your home. Is going to protect you from the sun. It has a security camera on board. You can speak to it. You can listen to music through its speakers.
And obviously, you can also see what the camera's seeing.
Absolutely, you can see what the camera is seeing. Basically, you can see it either through your application or you could see it through another device in your home. Our mission is basically to create an artificial intelligence hub outside your home, and for us, the Parasol was the most logical product to integrate all these technologies into.
Oh, this is amazing. And now sometimes it tilts, so it would tilt to follow the sun. Mm-hmm. But if you were sitting there and you wanted to tilt it, is that a function of a remote control?
Absolutely. You can ask it to move. You can say, sunflower, rotate right. You don't need to touch it, basically. So the whole goal about creating a robot outdoors is that we had to think about first and foremost, the conditions of weather, but also it's the ease, the use case. How do people engage with robots? How are they going to interact? They don't want to hold their phone, they're barbecuing, they're gardening. They don't necessarily want to engage with their devices. So it had to be convenient. They have to speak to it. So,
you know, before that goes back up, are these the solar panels?
Yes.
That is really, and so when the sun comes up, it'll just by itself?
By itself, absolutely. Yes, and when the wind picks up, it already will recoil by itself. You do not need to touch it. You do not need to close it because it knows the wind is at a specific speed. It has sensors on board for carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, methane. It understands the exact UV rating in that microclimate where you're at.
This is really great.
It's hard to take them seriously. It's so much.
I
Even
know,
our
it's
cameraman
right,
wants to
isn't
know.
It does, of course, yes. But, you know, for us, we started the first ones with the iconic white because that's how we started. But it will be absolutely available in multitude.
You have to do black for New York City. For sure. All right, well, this is, is there a price point yet?
We haven't established the price as of yet, but we'll release it in a couple of months.
Okay, so at CES 2018, we can fill in the blank, but for now, that's Shadecraft's Sunflower. Dick DiBartolo, Man's Maddest Writer, and the Giz Wiz. One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv. Oh, the sun's not in my eyes. Bye.
They got the perfect guy to also just deliver every single one of those. Yes, this is an artificial intelligence umbrella that checks
so when
methane
it
levels.
senses methane, what does it do?
It
Close
flaps,
and run away?
It flaps to get it away.
Maybe that's it. Maybe, yeah. So it has GPS, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, high-definition camera, voice activation, voice control, speakers for to stream your audio, controlled lighting, charges external electronic devices. And it's
incredible.
Solar
The thing
powered.
is, okay, so here, first impression, let me just say it, is it's hard to take seriously. At the same point, it is one of the coolest things in the world that I've ever seen. And then it flips right back around to, it's an umbrella. You know, it's a sunshade. The mission that the company kind of has in mind of, you know, an autonomous AI module that lives outside your house and changes depending on the weather and has so many sensors is really cool. And then you look at it and it's an umbrella that's changing and moving with the wind.
Yes, I know. I know.
It's such a weird dynamic of, wow, that is cool. And also, that is really goofy. Like, it boggles the mind almost.
What would your guess be that this will? What do you think they will announce as the price at CES? I have a guess.
Has to be over 5,000. Has to be.
Oh, we're very close. That was me too. 5,000, and they go, well, do you want the CO2 detector too? Do you want the USB charging? Do you want the voice activation? We can get you everything that you want for $8,888.
Yeah.
I could see them selling this to a resort.
Yeah.
Where people would come out and go, oh, whoa.
Wow, the sunshade is autonomous. Please, sunflower, a little more to the right, please. Thank you.
Yes. No, the other right.
Yeah.
Wait, is it the umbrella right or is it my right?
Don't make fun of it. It'll collapse on you.
Yes, it'll slam shut, right?
Oh my gosh. That is incredible. I mean, it really Leo Laporte would be the perfect person to buy this thing. Yes. I mean, so it's like the way I came up with 5,000 was 1,000 for the design. Could be a dumb umbrella, but it looks good. Another 1,000 for the solar panels. Another 1,000 for the AI. Another 1,000 for all the sensors, and another 1,000 because it might come in different colors. It's just incredible. What do you say?
I know. I just exactly what you said is when he's talking about it for a minute, you think, why do I need a CO2 detector in this umbrella? I'm already outdoors.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I forgot to mention one of those thousands was for the voice activation.
Oh, yes.
This is the video that they've made. $1,000 for this video. Does it? So it has a camera. I forgot about that too. It's a security device.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that it'll see you and then know where you are and then shade you.
Oh, you know what? You're probably right. You're probably right. You can touch it, but you don't have to.
That's wow.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
My guess is that they started with an umbrella that shifted with the sun, and then they said, well, you know, we should make it Bluetooth, and then said, well, we should put a sensor in it for fire detection, and
yeah.
oh no.
You know what? We should give it a personality, really. I mean, why stop there? It's fascinating. It's just I just want to learn more, and then also the fact that there is no price makes it also like, well, possibly I'll be able to afford it. Probably not.
Oh, the other thing, I wonder if they're figuring, let's see how much interest there is, and if people are saying, oh, I have to know, I let me know the minute you build one, then they'll go, oh, we can charge a lot.
I just realized too, their two biggest I don't know, people to buy them, two biggest accounts that will buy these.
Yes.
Number 1, Apple, and number 2, Google.
Oh yes.
You could imagine these on every picnic table around Apple and Google. Oh yes, we have the Smart Shade here
on the campus.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
Yes,
absolutely.
Well, they'll get the price because they'll buy 5 dozen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay, the sunflower sunshade. You can find more at shadecraft.com.
Shadecraft.com. And the guy says they're only gonna make 1,000 for, I think, something like that. A very limited number for 2018. So
I think that's a good idea on their part.
Get on that list. I already put us on, Chad, so you don't have to worry.
Oh, great. Oh, fantastic. That's wonderful. Great. Yeah, because I was, any price, I was going to buy it. Any price.
Oh, I know you were. I know you were.
Absolutely.
I know you were.
Okay, with that, I think it's time.
Oh, with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Chad's.
Oh, it's very quiet. There we go.
Chad's Crappy Corner. Get it.
Okay, so I'm going to show you the finished product after my video. This is the packaging of the product. I had to open up to record the video. So let's jump straight in to my video on the last Halloween gadget for this month. Take it away, me from the past.
Hey Diggity, so we're here with today's Halloween gadget, and it is the Star Wars BB-8 pumpkin set. You get a pumpkin, you put these things on it, and then you have a little pumpkin BB-8. So first, we need a pumpkin, so let's go to the pumpkin patch. Hey Diggity, so we're here at a local pumpkin patch. It's a fantastic, it's getting close to dusk, so we're gonna go find a pumpkin for our little android. So now we have our pumpkin with the magic of time travel and video editing. And now let's go ahead and open up the set. The first step is to paint the pumpkin with the white paint included into the set. Here are all of the pieces. You get some side pieces, you get a little BB-8 topper, and you get some paint with a little foam paintbrush in order to open up the paint. Take these comedically sized scissors and then cut it open. Let's apply it.
So the first layer...
Oh my God, you have to paint the entire pumpkin?
Yeah!
This is the pumpkin after the first coat.
Oh my
As you can see,
God.
it's still pretty orange. And we still have a lot of paint left, so I'm gonna paint a second coat on this pumpkin. So the second coat has been applied, although I realize that the stem probably shouldn't be here. There's no instructions, so I'm just trying to make as shallow of a cut as I can just to get rid of the stem now. There we go. Okay, stem has been removed. Okay, so finished painting. I did, I would say almost 3.5 coats to get it this white. There was plenty of paint. I assumed that there wouldn't be enough paint in this, but there's plenty of paint inside of this right here. It's basically empty now. So let's go ahead and attach all of the little things. First is going to be the little BB-8 head, and because we removed the stem, this should go on pretty... I guess, there we go, there we go. Now it doesn't really have a lot of pumpkin to catch into. Let me use a little knife to get out a little hole for it.
So basically the stick that they gave you with wasn't quite long enough.
Oh, long
Now,
enough,
right now,
yeah.
it's still a little bit wet, so there we go. Little BB-8 pumpkin head. Hey, Waffles. Now we have
Waffles getting frightened.
the side pieces. Waffles, get out of here. And these could just go right on into somewhere on the side. So let's just kind of aim right here. They're supposed to be kind of like more in the front. Let me start a little area. There we go, have a little hole started. And then let's shove it right in. Well, it feels pretty good, okay. Let's start another one right over here, say. There we go, doesn't have to look pretty because this is pretty large in order to hide it. And there we go, we have our little BB-8 pumpkin. It's still a little bit wet, so I'm gonna wait a little bit until I pick it up. But I would say, all in all, that looks pretty similar to the pumpkin that we were trying to go for. I'd say it looks pretty good. The white turned out okay, and he looks okay. Awesome, back to you in the studio.
So I was trying to figure out kind of what the paint was. I assume that it's a water-based latex paint. It's just kind of what it smelled like. But here's the finished pumpkin. I kind of moved the head around. He kind of had like he was kind of poking out of the top there when we recorded the video. But I kind of moved the head into a different location so he can kind of move around.
Oh, the head moves around? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Exactly. You can just kind of rotate it whichever way you want. I'd say it's okay. It didn't blow me away. I don't think it's going to be winning any awards.
What did it cost?
$10 for the set.
Oh.
So it wasn't too bad. Now, it did take me about 45 minutes of painting. It did take me quite a long time to finish all the painting because of all the different layers that I had to do, because it was just a very, very thin paint. In the end, though, I think that it kind of came together. That first coat, I was really worried. I was like, oh, I don't know how this is going to look. This is going to look pretty bum. But yeah, in the end, I think if you have a BB-8 fan in the family, that this would work just fine and sit on your porch just fine. Also because you're not cutting into it too much, I mean, other than the stem, which I was confused that there wasn't any instructions on how to get rid of the stem anyway, but because you only cut out the stem, I assume that this will not rot as fast as a pumpkin.
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Like cut into. But yeah, just a little funny thing about the packaging is that the pumpkin that they decided to use in the instructions is obviously a fake pumpkin. They grabbed a plastic pumpkin and then painted a plastic pumpkin.
Oh,
and then
that's funny.
Almost positive that is all photoshopped on there. That last little, like those 2 steps right there, that they totally just photoshopped that together. But yeah, I picked this up at Target, so very easy to find, just $10. And
you know, you did better because I just looked on Amazon. It's $20 to $22 on Amazon.
Wow!
So $10 is good.
What a lot of people will do is if there's a product exclusive to Target, like Target worked with Disney to make this set happen, so they'll go buy it at Target and then resell it on Amazon.
That's probably what's happening.
There's probably a reason that it's $26 on Amazon instead of just there at Target. So
you know what?
I think it's okay. Yeah?
I have a creepy gadget because of you.
What?
So, do you still have your microphone?
I do. I do have the mic. Here, let me go grab it.
Okay, so you, couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, Chad had this spooky microphone that you also found at Target, right?
I did find this at Target.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't have a Target nearby, but I went to the Target website and I ordered that microphone, and then it said, if you're buying this microphone, you also might want the spooky telephone.
Ooh!
Dun dun. So you cost me a lot of money.
Yeah, I
Dun
know.
dun dun. Hang on. So
Wow.
what you do is you dial the phone. Oh, it has to be on the hook first, and then you just dial it, and it's not going to ring for me now.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, and then you say, "Hey, it's for you," and then they pick up the phone. It has 4. That's 2. Hang it up. And then they have, there's one with real sound effects.
He really likes to laugh after he says his
Yes,
line.
he does. Oh, and there's one with an old-fashioned, I don't know why it's not playing now, with an old telephone operator who comes in.
The number you have reached is not in service.
Oh, that's cool.
Please check the number or try your call again.
Yeah, that was,
This is a recording.
yeah.
This is
So
a
that,
recording.
and like your thing, it was like, yours is $15 or something.
Something spectacular.
Yeah, I like the.
Yeah.
It's a nice
Yeah.
design. It's
Yes.
and then also I really like the lines. Sometimes you get these lines in them that you're just like, I've heard this before. This is the same Halloween line that you used 2 years ago. These seem new,
No, these are good.
fresh.
And it's also from Hide and Eek. I also like the name of the company.
Yeah, Hide and Eek.
Hide and Eek. So that's the telephone. And they are on the website. They're $12.75. Very
Perfect.
reasonable price.
Yeah, exactly. Great for a Halloween party. If
Yeah.
you have one. And then is yours motion activated as well? Or is it just telephone activated?
Let's see. The telephone is not motion activated.
Okay.
You physically hit the dial, and then that makes the noise.
That's fine.
But as soon as they pick the receiver up, it automatically triggers the voice.
Perfect.
Yeah. So.
Awesome. Okay, I guess with that, let's jump into Dick's Gadget, which is a spooky intro. Not all the time, but it really works for Halloween. Dick's
Yes, it does.
Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy. Together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play. In Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
On. And our Gadget Warehouse is from Doug in New Jersey, who was visiting a computer show and found a gadget that's quite amazing. And when he talks about memory, listen to how much memory it is. So here's Doug's video.
Hey, Dick and Chad. Doug from New Jersey here. I'm here to talk about a device that I saw, a gadget that I saw at a recent computer conference I was at. This is definitely possibly the most expensive gadget ever featured on the Giz Wiz.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure it's the device which has traveled the farthest, and probably some of your listeners, depending on their age, may have actually helped pay for this. So the device I'm going to talk about today is the Apollo guidance computer.
Oh my
This
gosh.
particular one that was on display came from the Apollo 15 flight. This is from the command module. And this is the compute section. The other section there was another section which contained the memory, and then there was another device which had the actual navigation guidance system with the gyroscopes and the accelerometers in it. So why did they need a guidance computer? Well, all the flights previous to this all were in Earth orbit, and the guidance was all done from the ground. But since the Apollo module was going to be going further from Earth, and with the delays, they didn't want to have to do communications with the ground for all the navigation. Also, there was a genuine concern that the Russians, because this was the Cold War, may have tried to jam the signals and interfere with the success of the flight. So what was unique about this? Well, first of all, this was one of the first general purpose computers. It wasn't specifically built just to be a guidance computer. What were the specifications on this? Well, it had 2K of RAM, which was actually a lot for the time, and 36K of ROM. And the unique thing about people say, oh, we go to the moon with the power of your watch. Well, your watch isn't controlling over 150 devices, and also takes input from a number of different devices. So this was really a first in the computing. It was the first what we call fully preemptive multitasking computer. It could run multiple programs at the same time and prioritize the task. So it was capable of running 5 programs at the same time, and for the sake of simplicity and performance, each program ran for only a short amount of time and did a very specific task. For example, you may have been to fire thrusters or to orient the spacecraft. The system was controlled. This controller here, which, as you can see, has 3 different spaces. There's a space that has a display, which would just show a status or a command. And then there's a keypad, which the astronauts got very good at typing on without looking at it. And then on the right there, there's an item which had which would show 3 different numbers or letters, which could indicate the attitude of the craft or the speed or something like that. So what the astronauts do is they would run these programs for a very short amount of time, do things like execute a thrust or turn on the radar or something like that. Obviously, this system worked very well, as when they got to the moon and they did their manual check on the guidance, they were found to only be off by, you know, a couple of 100 yards, which was pretty good for the time. So that's my gadget that I wanted to talk to you about. That's the Apollo guidance computer. I also sent Dick a link to the full presentation from the Trenton Computer Festival, and hopefully he can post that in the show notes so that people can take a look at that if they are interested. Thanks a lot, and have a great day, y'all.
That is way too cool. Oh,
it's pretty neat.
Gosh.
Although if I was in outer space, I don't think I would want to hit the number pad and without looking. When he said, and they got so good at it, they didn't even have.
I didn't have to look at it.
Yeah,
oh
you know, did I hit a 9 because?
Yeah, now we're going to Mars. Uh-oh. Okay.
Yes,
yeah. Totally.
But how about that? Was it 2K?
2K
was one section of memory, and then the ROM was 28K or something.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Here's
and
the
thing
video
was like a
about.
suitcase.
It is. I mean, to be honest, it looks small for the time and
yeah, you're right.
You know, I mean, just like holy cow. I remember listening to, they had the audio of what was going to the astronauts and what was going on in the control room, and they would transcribe, this is you know, during that Apollo mission, and they would also tell you what some of the codes that they'd be saying. So they might say, you know, code 52, and, you know, then they'd keep moving, and so you could click on that and find out what it was. I totally forget which website that was. But one of the codes that they kept saying, I clicked and tried to find out, and it was the computer crashed. The computer crashed, and it crashed like 12 times or something like that. But the computer was designed, and I assume it's this guidance computer, it was designed in such a way that it could crash and then restart exactly where it had like left off. So it would crash, but then it would like reboot and then be back to where it was. You know, it was not that big of a deal at all that that it would stop and start in order to get this done. I mean, just it really does just boggle the mind that we got to the moon on such basic, like such basic stuff, and then also just 2048 bits is how how much. And like when you think of like a character, like the letter A is like 2 bits or like 3-4 bits, something like that. You can really see how little they had to work with. I mean, it's just incredible. And it really is amazing that the moment that technology was there, that the moment that we had enough technology to pull it off, it seems like we were doing it. The second that we had enough computer power to get to the moon, we were there. Because I mean, we were just right there on the bleeding edge of what.
And some brave people, when you get in the rocket, and they go, "No, the computer's going to crash a lot, but don't worry, because it's going to come back. It could take a minute, it could take an hour, but it'll always come back, and we won't be able to be in touch with you."
Yeah.
So, God willing, we'll see you somewhere in the future.
That is just
pretty amazing.
So
the
incredible.
link will be in the show notes. The computer is owned by infoage.org, so I'll put that link in there too. And we thank Doug for finding this at, I think he said, the Trenton Computer Show. Pretty neat. He's right. It is certainly the most expensive.
Probably $1 trillion worth of computing.
Yes, I'm sure. I think it was actually more than the umbrella. I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing it was more than 2 of those umbrellas.
Isn't that incredible? We have an umbrella nowadays that could get us to the moon.
Yeah, that umbrella probably has more memory than this. See, actually, these days, they put the rocket on top of that umbrella.
Yeah.
And they hit charge, and the umbrella opens really fast.
Yeah.
And shoots that rocket
into
right
space. Right into space. That is an incredible video. Thank you.
So Doug gets a copy of Mad, gets one of those 35-year-old Alfred E. Newman pictures, and we're looking for more videos. I think that might be the last video that we have from a viewer. So, I mean, I have lots of stuff here at the warehouse, a block from here. But if you want to send in a video, it can be anything that involves a gadget. Like this is kind of new that Doug did a great talk about a gadget he doesn't own, but a gadget that we're all fascinated by. So make a video, 2 to 3 minutes, involve a gadget, tell us what you know about it, and then put it on YouTube. You can click unlisted when you hit upload. There's a drop-down menu. If you hit unlisted, only people who have the URL can go there to see it. And send that URL to us at mail@gizwiz.tv. Mail@gizwiz.tv. And if you live in the U.S. or Canada, you'll be getting a Mad magazine and an Alfred E. Newman picture for your video if we show it. And we pretty much have been showing about 99% of all the videos we get. So thank you.
Perfect.
And get going. Hey, where's your mom? Hey, Mom.
Mom. Hey, we've been looking for a video. Go through the
first of the year. It's the first of the year. I don't know what I'm going to be sending out because Mad will be gone. I have no mail room. I have no place to go lift copies of Mad. I have no cabinet full of Alfred E. Newman pictures. So get those videos in soon.
Yeah, definitely. An era of Alfred E. Newman pictures will be over. So get your videos in now if you want them. With that, let's jump on into the letter!
Become the letters, your lovely letters. Become the Giz Wiz letters now.
And this is from Ed, and Ed says, Dick, here's an item I think you'll be interested in. The Camion Bluetooth LED glasses that display messages, animations, and drawings.
Wow.
And there it is. It's $69.
That is
and I did I did a little search, and I actually found an ad for it from the company. So let's take a look at the ad and see what it does.
Okay, actually, I don't know if I have the ad. 1 second, let me
it should be, the Giz Wiz found a commercial for them on YouTube. Should be on my website. Is it not?
It might be. I just don't have it in my doc.
Oh, okay. Okay. Dun, dun.
Okay, here they are. There we go. Found the ad for them. Okay, and I'll try to edit this out. 1 second.
Okay, yep.
Here we go. Those look really cool.
Don't they?
That looks way neat. Oh my gosh.
Now they are $69. They
Worth
are
it. Worth it.
on Amazon. A few of the reviews said that the batteries, they're a little weird because each of the back of the frames of the battery of the eyeglasses hold a AAA battery, so it has two AAA batteries. But people said you don't notice them too much because they're more or less at the back of your head. I know of two modes. One mode is text, where you can type short messages, and the glasses can remember 5 messages, and you can cycle through them. My favorite is equalizer mode, where if you're at a dance club, the LEDs will bounce up and down to the beat and the volume of the music. So they're pretty neat.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to buy a pair and do a video for the show, be our guest.
To be honest, it looks like something that would be so fun to also take apart. And, you know, you've seen the Daft Punk heads, how they have LED stuff in them. Throw a pair of these glasses in your own cosplay thing.
If Padre gets word of this, he'll do it on Know-How.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
So, Ed, thank you. You are indeed right when you said, I think this is an item you guys will be interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah, this probably has more power than that computer that went to Mars.
I think it does. In order to have 5 messages, absolutely more
5
memory.
messages. 5 messages.
Yeah, that's incredible. Very cool. Very, very cool, Ed. Okay.
The link to the commercial and the link to the glasses will be on gizwiz.biz.
What is also on gizwiz.biz, and we're getting to the last moment when you can join What the Heck Is It? Head on over to gizwiz.biz, click What the Heck Is It here on the side, and play the game. That is, what the heck is this gadget? You see a gadget, you don't know the name, but you have to describe what it does and what its function is. And it's pretty obvious to me that this is a sandal for people who like pain. It's a painful sandal for those in your life that just, you know, they don't want a comfortable experience. There's 12 Mad Magazines for correct answers, 24 Double the Mad Magazines for funny, hilarious, clever, or interesting answers. So get a guessing. This is your last moment. If you're hearing this right now, you can't guess again. We'll have a new What the Heck Is It at the start of next month. And this is what you'll be winning. This Mad Magazine, Stranger Things, the hit Netflix show that took everybody by storm. So please get a guessing over at gizwiz.biz. Also, big thanks to our patrons over at patreon.com.
Yes.
Big thanks to you guys. You guys support the show every single episode. You guys are amazing. Patreon is the place for you to support independent content creators. And hey, we're an independent content creator, so patreon.com/gizwiz is our Patreon page. If you enjoy the show, if you like the show, if you want to give back to the show, please support at patreon.com/gizwiz. Also, if those of you who don't want to do a reoccurring payment, you can head on over to gizwiz.tv. That is where the show lives, where the episodes can be downloaded, and then click the Patreon tab, and then there will be a gizwiz.tv. That sometimes happens when I go to Giz Wiz TV live on the show. Hit the Patreon tab, and there's a PayPal link underneath the Patreon banner. Hey, if you want to watch the show live, you can do so at around 4:30 Pacific time, 7:30 Eastern time. Every Thursday, we should be back on track. You can join the chat room right below. If we're not live, you'll see the latest episode there. You can also subscribe on iTunes or YouTube. And you can also see all of our past shows right there on the website. That about wraps it up for this episode of the Giz Wiz. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
I'll be here.
Okay.
All right, we need a title.
The umbrella has to be in the title.
Oh, the umbrella, yeah.
Has to be. Some show titles that came in. By the way, Beatmaster set up a thing where if anyone says title and then says something, it goes into another chat room so I can see it. So big thanks to Beatmaster.
God, he's amazing.
He is amazing.
A bit shady.
Yeah, a bit shady. Nice. We have...
how about a shady gadget?
The Great Robot Outdoors. Umbrella will act like ballerina until it kills you. It's quite a long time.
That's all.
Ready to paste.
Sunshades to LED shades.
Throw smart shade.
Shade.
Shade is another word. A lot of people are using shade as like dissing someone. So if you throw smart shade. Shade me.
Shady. Umbrella transformer.
Let me think. We also had the electric car.
The Solo.
The sauna.
Oh, the sauna.
BB-8. Shade me, BB. Hella umbrella.
And the computer. What is it?
Hella umbrella. That's a hella umbrella.
Oh, that's a hella umbrella. It's not bad.
Cool. Let's do that. That was from Nilba in the Twitch chat.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good.
Copy. That's a hella umbrella.
That's a hella umbrella. That's good. Who did that?
Nilba.
Melba, thank you for that. Oh, and Captain J, yes, we love the chat room. Captain J was saying, oh, you thank the Patreons. What about the chat room? What are we doing here?
We should.
We love the people in the chat room.
Love the chat. All our best jokes come from the chat room. And 3, 2. It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mad's Maddest Writer, Dick D. Bartolo. This is episode 1646, recorded Thursday, October 26th, 2017. That's a hella umbrella. Perfect.
Good. And a photo?
Photo.
I don't happen to have the umbrella here, so I'll just hold up my phone. Ooh, I'll just...
Don't you dare hang up.
3, 2, 1. That was a heavy pumpkin.
All right. And if you think of it, can you send me a picture of your pumpkin?
Yeah. You know, okay.
For the,
I always take a picture and then forget to send it. So I'm going to take a picture, and before we get off this call, I'm going to send it to you.
Oh, okay, good. Good.
So that I don't forget.
Good.
Okay. Okay, picture's been taken. Go to Gmail and send it. Compose.
Oh, LA Steve, that's okay. When you can, go back and see those trains. That'll be good.
Sent. Okay.
Perfect. It should be here any day. All right, so chat room, we're back to, let me just take a quick look how many weeks we're going to be. I think I have one November thing for a PepCom. Well, let's see. Next week we're normal, right? On November 2nd.
Here, let me open up my calendar.
Yep.
Google, change the calendar. Okay.
Oh yeah, I do have one change in November. So November 2nd, I'm good.
Yeah.
November 9th, I'm good. November 16th is a PepCom.
Okay, cool.
Could we do it the 15th?
Yes. Actually, yeah, that might be good because that weekend is Minecon, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, very good.
Chance.
All right. So, Giz Wiz.
Okay.
Giz Wiz is on the 15th and the 16th.
Oh, is Beatmaster there? Beatmaster, send me an email so I can get you on the Giz Wiz thing so we can automatically tell you.
Oh, you know what, Chad? I guess the following week we should do it Wednesday too.
Oh, you're right. Thanksgiving.
Oh, what? Yeah. Do you have to do it early? Are you going home?
I am going home. I don't know my current schedule.
Well, you know, you can wait a couple weeks. I mean, we could do it Tuesday if you were going to travel on Wednesday.
Yeah, I don't know yet. Let me like talk to my parents and then find out.
Yeah. Well, we know we won't do it on the 30th. We know we're not going to do it on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So we'll do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah, the week after that looks good though.
Yeah, the week after that I'm good too.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
we're good. And then we start getting into Christmas area, which
We'll have to decide.
Yeah.
Christmas is on a Monday, so it won't really affect us.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
All right, chat room. So thank you. Oh, yeah. Follow me on Twitter. And also the schedule as it changes is always up on gizwiz.tv right at the top.
Yeah.
It says our next show will be. All right. Let me just see. Did I get your mail? I got your pumpkin picture.
Woo!
Chat room. You guys are great. You know, I'm sorry if we don't acknowledge you enough, but the chat room, it's super that you guys find us, even when we secretly try to change the date.
Yeah.
Beatmaster somehow finds out. Okay, Chad, I'll see you next Thursday.
Cool. See you then.
Okay, bye, everybody. Bye, chat room. Chat room, see you Saturday with Leo.
Bye.
Bleak says, don't lie. With the chat room sucks. But we show up. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay.